The New England Patriots are back on the practice field for day 10 of training camp as they get ready to take on the Carolina Panthers for week 1 of the preseason. And this is probably the most physical day that we've had of training camp so far. Guys, this video is going to be brought to you by BetUS, the best sportsbook platform out there. We're going to talk a little bit later how you guys can get a 125% sign-up bonus on your first 3 deposits. But let's start with training camp. What's going on, you guys? It's your boy Colby, also known as Patriots Global, back here with another training camp breakdown video. Now, this is going to be a one-stop shop for everything involving the New England Patriots, if you didn't already know that. So if you're not subscribed, consider subscribing to the channel for all of your New England Patriots news, thoughts, breakdowns, analysis, reaction, and of course, consider looking at the products below from Fanatics, all Patriots related. Anytime you guys buy some of those products below, it actually helps to go support the channel because we get a small commission off of it. So if you want to get a Patriots shirt, or hey, if you want to get a Patriots hat or a Drake May jersey, consider doing it with those products below. But hopping here into practice today, guys that were absent or just not participating: Kendrick Bourne, Chuks Okorafor, Cole Strange, Jake Andrews, Christian Barmore, Sione Takitaki, Marcus Jones, Marte Mapu, and Joshua Bledsoe. Little bit of a long list there. It sounds like Marcus Jones did get a little bit nicked up, and that's really the last thing that the Patriots won. He's had a really, really good training camp so far, but injuries have plagued him a little bit throughout his football career, especially last year as he's coming off of a season-ending injury. He looks to be a massive, massive part to the Patriots defense this upcoming season. They are going to need him to get healthy. Now, a little bit more news. Jake Andrews, he was placed on the injured reserve earlier today. His season is completely done. He cannot come back in any way, shape, or form. He will be coming back next offseason, most likely, to try to fight for a roster spot. Chuks Okorafor, this is his 3rd straight practice that he's missing. No real update on him, but hopefully he comes back sooner rather than later. Whether he's been repping in over at left tackle or right tackle, he has been a massive piece to the starting offensive line. The question is just going to be, what is his starting position? And then as for Kendrick Bourne, he hasn't been practicing, but he has at least been physically at practice. I can confirm that from when I was at training camp, still getting in those mental reps. Obviously, Gerard Mayo said during spring practices that he was expecting Kendrick Bourne to be a go for the beginning of training camp. That doesn't happen. Hopefully, we get Kendrick Bourne back sooner rather than later. But if in a couple of weeks he's still not practicing, I think it's a pretty clear sign that he's going to be starting the season on injured reserve. Now, guys that did return today: Tyquan Thornton, Jaheim Bell, and Calvin Anderson. Calvin Anderson has missed a couple of days so far in training camp, kind of dealing with an injury about 2 days ago, went down with a little bit of an injury, but looks like he should be good to go. Tyquan Thornton is dealing with a little bit of a nagging injury, but it was reported that nothing is serious. They're just taking precautions with Tyquan Thornton because of his past history with injuries, which honestly kind of goes to show that if he does stay healthy, he's probably somebody that this team views in their offense. Guys that were limited today: Demario Douglas, Tyquan Thornton, Joshua Uche, and Jabril Peppers. This was a fully padded practice yet again for the Patriots. This was the first time that we also saw true contact and true tackling, like tackling all the way to the ground. First time that we've seen that in training camp so far. Now, little bit of some more injury news. Tristan Hill appeared to get banged up after a red zone drill. Seemed to be okay. Got up afterwards, got checked out, but again, another injury scare for the Patriots. But in some good news involving the injury problems that this team is already having, Shaun Wade, the quarterback, no longer wearing that red non-contact jersey. So some good news there for the secondary. Moving on, though, into the position, starting with quarterbacks: 11 on 11s, Jacoby Brissett today, 10 for 13 with an interception. Sounds like ball got batted up at the line of scrimmage and was intercepted, so really wasn't too much on Jacoby Brissett there. As for Drake May, he was 5 for 11 today with an interception. Joe Milton was 4 for 7, while Bailey Zappi was 2 for 3. I'm going to say the same thing that I've been saying in my recent videos involving training camp, and that is Drake May is having issues with his receivers. For whatever reason, they are choosing to not put Drake May in with the starting offense, with the starting offensive line, with the starting wide receivers. And unfortunately, the guys that he is repping with continuously are dropping the ball. Am I saying Drake May has been perfect? No. But what I'm saying is that you can't look at the stats alone and say, wow, Drake May sucks. You have to understand the cast that is being put around him. He's not rolling again with that first team offense. Now, today was just 11 on 11 drills. There were no 7 on 7s. That's probably because, again, the team is getting ready for these preseason games. Now, Jacoby Brissett today threw a really great ball with anticipation to KJ Osborne on a slant route in 11 on 11s. KJ Osborne, roster lock. Put it in. If he stays healthy, he is officially a roster lock. Every single day, getting more and more comfortable and looking better and better. Drake May threw a really good ball today, also with anticipation to Jalen Polk, where he was able to beat Marcellus Dial in one-on-ones. When Drake May is able to work with these young receivers, Jalen Polk, Javon Baker, Kayshon Boutte, he looks really, really good. That's where his best plays are coming from. But again, those just aren't the guys he's usually working with in 11 on 11s for whatever reason. Now, Drake May also today had a rushing touchdown because today was a little bit more of a heavier rush setting kind of offense. Drake May also did have a pair of deep ball attempts. The reason that is good is because Drake May's been pretty conservative, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. If you're a rookie, you want him to take what's there if he's not comfortable with it, but it's been a lot of checkdowns. It's been a lot of short passes. It's the same thing that I saw when I was at training camp, and I was like, wow, the media was not hyping that up. Like, it's true. It's just a lot of short passes and checkdowns. Today, though, pushing the ball down the field a little bit more. Now, the first deep pass that he attempted was to KJ Osborne. Unfortunately, it was kind of just misjuggled by KJ Osborne. He dropped that pass. And then later on, he had a pass to Javon Baker. Unfortunately, Javon Baker was smothered by Christian Gonzalez, but it was said that the ball was also a little bit overthrown on Drake May's part too. Now, got a little bit of news on these backup quarterbacks too. Bailey Zappi threw a really, really good back shoulder ball to Kayshon Boutte, where Boutte was able to beat Isaiah Bolden in these one-on-one matchups. I think that is the only highlight play that we've gotten from Bailey Zappi throughout training camp. And then Joe Milton was also repping ahead of Bailey Zappi today. No real surprise there. If I'm the Patriots in the preseason, I'm not really repping in Bailey Zappi. The only reason the Patriots will be repping in Bailey Zappi is because they're trying to get him to look good to kind of use him as trade bait. But at this point, I don't see Bailey Zappi making this roster. I see it being Joe Milton and Drake May. Moving on to these running backs, though, Ramondre Stevenson and Antonio Gibson both had really good sized runs in 11 on 11s. Kevin Harris, the third down back, at least the projected third down back, also had a really good tough run where he was kind of stonewalled initially, but then was able to turn nothing into something and gained a few yards. That's kind of the running back that he is, though, right? That kind of run through you, bulldozer, not someone who's super elusive, won't get big plays down the field, but will get those tough yardages. And then probably the biggest takeaway today, ironically, going with the running backs, is that Keon White and Jeremiah Farms were working as goal line fullbacks today. This is kind of a flashback to 2019 when the New England Patriots used a Landon Roberts as a fullback because of all the injuries that they suffered, and Tom Brady ends up throwing him a touchdown. The Keon White part of this, I could understand why they're using a defensive tackle, a nose tackle at that as a fullback is absolutely wild to me. But you know what? Also, wouldn't mind seeing it. Now, before we continue on the video, I got to give a massive shout out to the sponsors of this video and the channel over at BetUS. We worked with them last year. Super, super excited to be able to work with them again this year. Right now, link in the description box below and pinned in the comment section below. There is a link for you guys to sign up with BetUS. They are giving you an exclusive deal, a limited time deal you're not going to get anywhere else. And that is a 125% sign-up bonus on your first 3 deposits all the way up to $2,000. And essentially what that means for people who are a little bit confused is, let's say, using a random number here, you put down $100. That would turn into $225 because of this exclusive offer that you're going to get. And you're not just getting that one time, you're not just getting that 2 times, but you're getting that on your first 3 deposits, again, all the way up to $2,000. BetUS has the fastest payouts in the industry. They also have a 200% crypto deposit bonus. They also have fast and easy deposit withdrawal process, 24/7 personalized service, 365 days a year. They also have live wagering on all major games. They also have the best betting variety in the business. You can even get a 10% back on your net losses twice a year. And did you guys know that BetUS can even give you your very own personal account manager? Again, check out BetUS, description box below and pinned in the comment section below. Remember, guys, support the sponsors that support the channel because we could not be here. We can't be on the AFC East roundtable. We can't be traveling to training camp, giving you guys these videos, these breakdowns without the support of the sponsor. So if you guys want to support the channel, you want more creation of Patriots content, make sure to sign up for BetUS and support the channel. Now, one of my favorite odds here via BetUS is these future odds right now. So one of the future odds that I want to look at is, of course, for our New England Patriots here, because I think this is easy money. So go to the future odds, go to regular season wins, click on the New England Patriots. Zoom in here right now. The 2024-2025 New England Patriots regular season win projection. You can bet on one of these two. At -160, over 4.5 wins for the Patriots. Or if you really think the Patriots are going to be that bad, if you really think that the Patriots are just going to win 1, 2, 3, 4 games, go ahead and place your money on it at +130. Me personally, I think it is guaranteed that the New England Patriots win over 4.5 games, but there's a lot of doubters in this fan base. And if you're one of them, put your money where your mouth is and go ahead and take the under on 4.5 wins via BetUS. Thank you, BetUS, of course, for supporting and sponsoring the channel.
Michael Vick at BetUS.com. Catch an incredible 125% sign-up bonus on your first 3 deposits, plus 10% gambler's insurance. BetUS, my online sportsbook and casino.
Moving on with the video, though, these wide receivers today, Juju Smith-Schuster with another drop. He's pretty much as good as gone at this point. Still not repping with the Patriots first team offense. And when you're a veteran as established as Juju is and you're not repping with the first team offense, I think that says a lot about how the team views you. Now, Javon Baker with another really, really good day, making more splash plays and highlight plays yet again. He made a strong contested grab today over Isaiah Bolden in one-on-ones. He also connected with Joe Milton on a comeback route where Milton was able to scramble out of the pocket and make the play. Now, Juju supposedly had this nice play where he beat Marcellus Dial in a one-on-one matchup. Let me tell you, I saw the video. It was not special, okay? If anything, this is a stock down on Marcellus Dial more than it is stock up on Juju Smith-Schuster. Marcellus Dial bit on just the first step of Juju Smith-Schuster, and it was just an easy catch for Juju to make at that point. Again, stock down on Marcellus Dial for biting on that play as bad and as hard as he did. Not stock up here for Juju. Now, I will say Juju did make one positive play where he hauled in a deep pass from Bailey Zappi in 11-on-11s. Now, Tyquan Thornton also beat Christian Gonzalez today for a touchdown on a slant route in 11-on-11s from Jacoby Brissett. Right now, the guy consistently beating Gonzalez is Tyquan Thornton. Now, Jalen Reagor also beat Alex Austin today for a touchdown in one-on-ones, and Kayshon Boutte hauled in a bullet pass over Mikey Victor on a throw from none other than, of course, Joe Milton. Moving on to these tight ends, though, Jacob Bourne with a drop today. Hunter Henry still being a big and vocal piece of the starting offense, and he had wins today versus Jalen Hawkins in one-on-ones. LaMichael Petway had a nice grab against Brendan Schooler in one-on-ones, and then Jacob Warren kind of getting back into the groove after that drop as he made a really good diving catch today over Bailey Zappi in 11-on-11s. Your first team offensive line today with several guys out from left to right. Vidarian Lowe is your starting left tackle. Sidy Sow at left guard. David Andrews at center. Michael Onwenu at right guard. And Calvin Anderson over at right tackle. Your second team offensive line from left to right. Caden Wallace at left tackle. Layden Robinson at left guard. Nick Leverett at right guard. And then Michael Jordan over at right tackle with Hunter Henry kind of swinging in there. Not really sure what the Patriots are doing here with Caden Wallace at this point. I mean, with Chuks Okorafor out, you would think that they'd be repping him in with the first team offense, whether that's at left tackle or right tackle. They're constantly switching whether they view Caden Wallace as a left tackle or right tackle. And then they're constantly switching if he's working with the first team offense or the second team offense. So really the plan with this offensive line just gets more and more confusing as the days go on. But one thing that has stayed dominant with this offensive line is Michael Onwenu going 3-0 on his one-on-one matchups, including 2 wins over Keon White. Sidy Sow was 2 for 1 in his one-on-one matchups, and David Andrews won his lone one-on-one rep versus Devon Godchow. Moving on to the defense here, though, sacks today. You had Matthew Judon and Armon Watts, both with sacks. Matthew Judon at this point getting a sack every single day in practice so far. You also had Sam Roberts getting the pressure. And then today, overall, in a run-heavy practice, the defensive line held up really, really well. The run defense continues to look really, really dominant. For these linebackers today, Jawan Bentley was making really good plays. This was probably his best day of practice overall. He was probably the player of the day here from day 10 too. Had an interception, also a pass breakup. He also had 2 run stuffs. And then Christian Ellis, the special teamer that the Patriots got off of waivers last year, he got some run with the starting offense, or rather starting defense today, which really doesn't surprise me. When I was there, I could see just how good he was in coverage. If the Patriots want a linebacker who's going to provide them with some coverage and some pass rush ability on third down, Christian Ellis definitely could be that guy. And I think that if he stays healthy, he's someone who will make this roster with his special teams ability and now getting some opportunities with the starting defense. Moving on here, though, to the cornerbacks today, Christian Gonzalez with the pass breakup, Sean Wade with pass breakup, and Mikey Victor with a pass breakup. Jonathan Jones had a really good rep today versus Jalen Polk in one-on-one matchups where he tried an out route, didn't really work for him. And then Marco Wilson seen reps today with the starters. I know that there's been a lot of talk between him and Alex Austin. At this point, I don't see why both guys can't make the final roster. And then lastly here, moving on to the safeties, A.J. Thomas with an interception today. Jabril Peppers working more with the starters after being limited as of late. And then Del Pettis saw a good run also today with the starters. That, of course, being because Jabril Peppers still kind of working at coming back from that injury and Joshua Bledsoe being out. Guys, this is going to be a recap of day 10 of New England Patriots training camp. What are your guys' thoughts? What are your takeaways? Let me know in the comment section below. Remember to check out those products from Fanatics and, of course, sign up for BetUS. Really appreciate you guys so much for watching and all of the support on the channel as of late. I appreciate you guys, but most importantly, never forget, go Pats.